Hello everyone, welcome to the second video under the heading mensuration. In the last video we discussed about surface area of cuboid and cube and also solved few problems based on the same topic and its application in our daily life. Today, which is the second video under the same topic, but the subtopic will be the volume of cuboid and cube. These objects that we have been introduced with in the previous video are the three-dimensional objects. Okay, as you see, they occupy space. So volume of these three-dimensional objects is nothing but the amount of space occupied by it. For example, if I take this larger cuboid and I put another smaller cuboid in it, so it will be occupying some space in it. So the quantity that deals with measurement of the space occupied by any three-dimensional object is called as volume. So our scope of today's video will be volume of cuboid and volume of cube and solving numericals or problems based on the same. So let's begin. So the volume of a cuboid, where I have dimensions length, breadth and height, is given by length into breadth into height. Okay, and volume of a cube, where I have equal dimensions, where the length is equal to breadth is equal to height, that is A. If A is my edge, so volume of my cube will be A cube. Okay, so these are the two formula that we will be using it today in our word problems. Let's look at the first problem. Calculate the surface area and volume of the following cubes, in which of the following are both numerically equal. So the question says we are supposed to first find the surface area or the total surface area of the cubes given with these two dimensions and volume also of the same, and in which of the following these two, that is surface area and volume, are same. So let's start with the first problem, that is the cube with side 3 cm. You need to remember the formula for the total surface area, that is 6a square, substituting the value of a, that is 3 square, 6 into 3 3s are 9, 6 9s are 54, and what will be the unit? 54 centimeter square. Since it's centimeter and total surface area's unit will be square of the unit, so 54 centimeter square. Now let's check what is the volume of it, and we are supposed to conclude whether they are both numerically equal or not. So volume of the same cube will be A cube, that is 3 cube, 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27 centimeters cube. So they both are not equal, so we will write total surface area is not equal to the volume of the cube which has dimensions as side 3 centimeter. Okay, so in this first or the A part question, the total surface area and the volume are not equal. Now let's check for the B part, in which side is 6 centimeters. So total surface area formula again of a cube is 6a square, which is nothing but 6 into 6 square. 6 square is 36 and 6 into 36 is 216 centimeter square. Now let's check whether our volume of the same cube same or not. So formula for volume is A cube. A is 6, so 6 cube. 6 cube is nothing but 6 8s are 36 and 36 6 are 216 centimeters cube. So from this we conclude that the total surface area and volume are same or numerically equal of the cube having side 6 centimeters. I hope this is clear to all of you. Moving on to the next question. Calculate the volume of, first part of the question is cube and second part is cuboid. Cube having side 4.5 centimeters and cuboid having length 12 centimeter, breadth 8 centimeter and height 6 centimeter. So the first part will solve cube problem and the second part will solve the cuboid problem. So the first part, imagine this as 4.7 centimeter. We are supposed to find the volume or the space occupied by this three-dimensional object. In the second part, the length is 12 centimeter, the breadth is 8 centimeter and the height is 6 centimeter. Let's begin with the first part. So cube having side 4.5 centimeters. So volume of the cube is given by a cube, which is nothing but 4.5 the whole cube. 4.5 the whole cube equals 91.125 centimeter cube. Okay. Now second part of the question, that is B. Length is 12 centimeters, breadth is 8 centimeters and height is 6 centimeters. Again, very simple sum of just substituting in the formula. You need to remember the formula. No need to learn it by heart. You just need to understand. Okay. So length multiplied by breadth multiplied by height. Since volume is a three-dimensional quantity, so it will have cube in its formula, and area is a two-dimensional quantity, so it will have square in its formula. So for cuboid, all three dimensions are same, different, hence you have the formula L into B into H, whereas cube has all these dimensions equal and hence it's specifically known as cube for that reason. And hence when you have same unit or same quantity multiplied 3 times, you will have a cube. Okay, so let's substitute 12 into 8 into 6, that gives me 96 into 6 and eventually gives me 576 centimeter cube. So a very simple problem. You need to understand the derivation of the formula or understand the reason behind the formula, so you don't have to by heart the formula. Let's move on to the next question. So the third question, 3 cubes of edges 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter and 5 centimeter are melted and cast into a new cube. That means there are 3 cubes of edges 3 centimeter, 4 centimeter and 5 centimeter. They are melted and cast into a new cube, into one single cube. So we are supposed to find what will be the edge of the new cube. When all these 3 are melted and casted into a new larger cube, what will be the edge of this new cube? So A is question mark. So you need to think what quantity will remain same when I am melting it and I am casting it into a new cube. So obviously my surface area will not remain same. Okay, so total surface area of this, it's not always that the surface area will remain same. There may be chances of there may be coincidence that the surface area may remain same, but volume, okay, it will be the same when I melt the same, or when I melt these 3 small cubes and I merge it into one. So the total space occupied by this plus this plus this will equal or will amount to the total space occupied by the larger cube. So the quantity that remains same is volume. So volume of the larger cube is equal to volume of the first cube plus volume of the second cube plus volume of the third cube. So when you add the volume of these three, you will have the volume of the larger cube. But why am I finding the volume? I am supposed to find the edge of the new cube, because if I find volume, I'll get the formula for volume, that is V is equal to A cube, and from there A I'll be able to find by taking the cube root of V. So let's move ahead with the solution of this problem. So A1 3 centimeters, A2 3 centimeters, 4 centimeter, and A3 B 5 centimeters. Now the equivalent volumes of these will be V1, V2, V3. So as decided, or my plan of action will be, the sum of these volumes is equal to the volume of the larger one. So I choose to solve the whole problem in one go. So my volume, so edge of the larger cube be AL and volume of the larger cube be VL. So VL will be V1 plus V2 plus V3. So let's calculate what will be V1. That is A1 cube plus A2 cube plus A3 cube. Substituting the values, 3 cube plus 4 cube plus 5 cube. Let's find the cube of 3 is 27, cube of 4 is 64, and cube of 5 is 125. Okay, so the addition gives me 216. So my volume of the larger cube is 216 cm cube. Now I got the volume. My next step will be, what is the formula for calculating volume of the larger cube? That is nothing but AL the whole cube. And what am I supposed to find? AL. I know VL. So I'll take cube root of VL to find AL, which will be nothing other than cube root of 216. When I calculate the cube root of 216, the answer is 6. So the edge of the larger cube that we have formed or casted by melting the smaller cubes of dimensions 3 cm, 4 cm, 5 cm, the edge of that cube is 6 cm. So every problem has a solution. You need to think logically, analyze the situation, and apply your mathematical knowledge. Moving on to my fourth question. How many metal cubical blocks of side 30 cm can be cast by melting a rectangular piece of metal having dimensions 3 meters into 75 centimeters into 60 centimeters? So the question says that I have a rectangular piece of metal which is nothing but a cuboid. I melt it and cast into small cubical blocks of side 30 centimeters. How many such cubical blocks can be made from this rectangular piece? Okay, so the first thing that you need to remember is, when I melt something and cast it into some other object, the quantity that remains constant is volume. Okay, because the amount of matter that this solid cuboid had will be converted into small cubes. So what will be the number of cubes formed from this larger cuboid? That is my question. So there is a direct formula for this problem. Just pop it down. Number of small objects that can be formed. So this goes for any object. If it's a large, if the larger object is cuboid and the smaller object is cube, or if the larger object is cube, the smaller object is cuboid. So no matter the shape or the type of the object, this formula goes for every case when you convert a larger object into small pieces, or when you merge small pieces and make a larger object. Okay, so here, sticking to our case that a cuboid is melted and recasted into small cubes, so the number of cubes that we get, is equal to the volume of the larger object. Okay, so the volume of the larger object, here the larger object is volume of cuboid divided by volume of smaller object, that is volume of cube of this dimension. Okay, so always remember, if I am converting a larger object into a smaller object, so the number of smaller objects which we have is given by volume of the larger object divided by the volume of the smaller object. Okay, so let's use the formula. Volume of the cuboid is given by length into breadth into height. And volume of cube is given by side cube, that is third A cube. Substituting the values over here, but before that I would like to remind you that always in physics and maths, when you solve word problems, always check whether the units are in the same type. Okay, that is, if it's meter, everything should be in meters. If it's centimeter, everything should be in centimeters. So in physics we call it as system of units, that is CGS and SI. So here the remaining quantities are in CGS, that is centimeter. So I'll convert that 3 meter into centimeter, that is 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. So 3 meters will be equal to 300 centimeters. So my length is nothing but 300 centimeters. So instead of 3 meters, I'll substitute 300 multiplied by breadth is 75 multiplied by height, that is 60, upon 30 centimeter cube, that is 30 into 30 into 30. For simplification process, I have separated it and rewritten it as 30 into 30 into 30. Now pause the video and just simplify this to get the final answer of the number of cubes. I would like you all to quickly solve. Now those who solved it, please cross check your answers. So while simplifying, 30 ones, 32s are 60, 2 ones, 2 15s are 30, 15 ones, 15 5s are 75, 5 ones, 5 6 are 30, 6 ones, 6 5s are 30, and 0, that is 50. So I have 50 number of cubes that have been formed from this larger cuboid. Now I showed this calculation just to let you all know that the more you practice, the more easier and quicker your simplification becomes. Okay, now one critical question for you all. So while converting this rectangular piece of metal or the cuboid into small cubes, if there is some amount of metal left out, okay, if there is some amount of metal left out which cannot be made into the whole cube of this dimension, how different will be this answer? Okay, so what will be the answer if I have a small piece of metal left out and that cannot be converted into the cube of this dimension? So imagine that this is the amount of metal left out, which is not of this size, so I cannot make the small cube of it. So what would be this answer if that's the scenario? Comment your answers in the comment box. I would really like to see your responses. Moving on to the next case, which is similar. Okay, consider this case where instead of a solid cuboid, we have an empty crate, wooden crate or a plastic crate that you find in the market or somewhere, or a box, empty box, where it is having certain dimensions, and I'm supposed to find how many small boxes, whether cuboidal or cube, depends on the sum or situation, how many such boxes, cuboidal or cubical, will fit into this exactly, okay, without leaving any space. So in that type of sum also, we are supposed to use the formula that we have discussed in the previous sum, where we melt a larger one or larger object into a smaller objects. Okay, so consider this example that there is this cube. Okay, there is this cube, an empty cube. I open it and I want to know how many small cuboids will fit into it exactly without leaving any space. So to find the number of small cuboids that I am supposed to find that will accommodate into this dimensions cube, I'll have to use again the formula that I have used in the previous one, that is number of smaller object. Always remember, number of smaller objects is equal to volume of larger object upon volume of smaller object. Always remember this formula. To find the number of objects that will fit into the larger object, volume of the larger object upon volume of smaller object will give you the number of smaller objects. So these are certain ways in which you can use mathematics in your daily life. Okay, let's move on to the next question. 6 equal cubes, each of edge 6 cm, are placed adjacent to one another. Find the volume and surface area of new solid formed. So before talking about this specific case of this problem, we'll just discuss the way equal cubes can be placed next to each other. So one is the way that is mentioned in the problem, adjacent to one another. Adjacent to one another means one after the other and stuck to each other, okay, or are placed just sticking to each other. Or there are other ways, that is in pairs of 2 or in pairs of 3, or we'll make groups of 3, like that. Or there is one more way, like that. There are n number of ways that we can find to arrange 6 equal cubes, okay, but sticking specifically to this adjacent to one another case, it will be this, that is one after the other adjacent. Okay, but why did I discuss these new arrangements? Just to let you know that no matter what arrangement these cubes will be, the volume will remain the same, because I am not removing any of the matter from these cubes. So no matter in what arrangement I am arranging these small cubes, the volume will always remain same. But what changes is, see, the surface, the number of surfaces open to air will be different, or the surfaces that you have will be different. So the surface area will change depending upon the arrangement. So we'll stick to this arrangement for now. So there are two ways to find the volume of this new solid form. So first, name this new solid formed because it is specific in shape. This becomes a rectangular solid formed. That means it's a cuboid. Okay, so the length of this cuboid, so one of the ways is to just consider it as a whole cuboid, find its length. Length will be, this one is 6 centimeters, so 6 cubes will be 6 into 6, that is 36 centimeters. Breadth will remain same, that is 6 centimeter, and height will remain same because of this new arrangement. Okay, if there is some other arrangement, it will be different. And since this has become a special type of solid form, that is a cuboid, we can have this shortcut method to find. And what is another way to find the volume? To consider this one cube, find the volume of that cube and multiply it by 6, because the volume will not change based on the arrangement. So to find the volume, we have two methods. Consider this as a cuboid and directly find this with its new dimension of length, as they are arranged one after the other. So length, breadth, height, multiply and get the volume. Whereas if you want to find another method, so you will find the volume of one cube and multiply it by 6 because it is 6 cubes. So let's begin with the solution. So volume of the new solid formed. I'll be using this method, which is nothing but a cuboid. So length into breadth into height. Length is 36, breadth is 6, and height is 6. So we get 1296 centimeter cube. This is the new volume. You can try by this method by finding the volume of a small cube and multiplying by 6. You will get the same answer as you have found by this volume of cuboid. Okay, so the volume of the new solid formed or the new cuboid formed is length into breadth into height, that is nothing but 1296 centimeter cube. Moving on to the next part, surface area. Again, you can consider it's a one step method. Consider this as a cuboid and use the surface area formula of cuboid and directly find the total surface area of the new solid form. In the second method, we cannot directly multiply 6 into the surface area of the cube, because if I consider this as my cube, okay, and this is my surface area, this is my surface area, so the total surface area should be 2 into, according to this assumption, that it should be multiple times of the surface area of the individual cube. So it should be 2 into the surface area of this one cuboid, or consider this as my cube, as we have cube in the problem. So when I arrange this in this manner, my surface area, if you see, does not remain the same. The two faces are reduced as these two faces come in contact. So the total surface area changes. Okay. Now imagine if I have the third cube also. It should be, it could have been 3 into the total surface area of these 3 cubes, but when I arranged it in this manner, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, total 4 faces which are no more the faces, because they have come in contact with each other. So my surface area will again eventually reduce. That's the reason we cannot have directly 6 multiplied by surface area of this cube. Okay, because based on my arrangement, my surface area changes. Always remember that. So sticking to this surface or this arrangement, the other method to find the total surface area of this arrangement will be to find the number of faces open on this and open on this, because edges will have 5 surfaces open, and the intermediate ones, that those are in between, will have 4 surfaces open. So that will become a tedious job. That is for finding surface area of the edge cubes plus the surface area of the intermediate cubes that are 4 in number. Intermediate cubes. So this becomes a tedious job. Hence we try to simplify it and use the second method. So the surface area formula for this is a cuboid. As we know, the length has become 36 centimeters. The formula is 2 into LB plus BH plus LH. Substituting 2 into 36 into 6 plus 6 into 6 plus 36 into 6. I would like you all to pause the video and calculate the total surface area of this. Kindly cross check the solution. And for those who want to try something more, you can try the other method also by finding the surface area of the edge cubes, that is 5a square, and adding it to the sum of the surface areas of these intermediate ones, which have only 4a square. So like that you can calculate, and if you have done it correctly, you will get the same answer as this one. Okay, so moving on to the next question, which is probably the last question of today's video. The length of a room is double its breadth. Okay, so there is a room whose length is double its breadth. The area of the 4 walls is 192 meters square. If the height of the room is 4 meter, find its volume. So directly the question will be find its volume, but for a cuboid we need its length and breadth. We just know its height, but we also know the lateral surface area of the cuboidal room. So what will be our course of action? If suppose this is my room, imagine the length is equal to double its breadth. Okay, height is given, and the area of the 4 walls, indirectly the lateral surface area of this cuboid is given. So lateral surface area of the cuboid includes height, length and breadth. So we will be finding length and breadth from the relation, that is length is equal to twice its breadth. Okay, and wherever length is given, I'll write twice its breadth. From that I'll be getting the values of length and breadth, and then we'll substitute in the formula for finding the volume of the cuboid, that is length into breadth into height. So the sum looks complicated, but then, as I have told before also, you just need to be positive. As every problem has a solution, you need to think logically, analyze the situation and apply your mathematical knowledge. So length is equal to twice its breadth. The lateral surface area is given as 192 meter cube, and height is given as 4 meters. So lateral surface area formula, I'll solve it over here. LSA is equal to 2H into L plus B, but wherever L is written I can write 2B, because L is equal to 2 into B, and LSA I'll write the value of it. So 192 is equal to 2 into 4, height is given as 4, 2B plus B. Why? Because L is nothing but 2B from the given scenario. Now simplifying this, so before that 192, 2 into 4 is 8. When I always want to have unknown variables on one side and known ones on the other, so if this 8 is multiplied over here, I'll have to divide both the sides, and 8 comes into the denominator over here, and 2b plus b is nothing but 3b. Okay, so 8 ones, 8 twos, 8 fours. So 3b is equal to 24. Dividing both the sides by 3, we get b is equal to 24 divided by 3, that is 8 meters. And since we know length is equal to twice into breadth, so length will be equal to, that is 16 meters. So we have all these values. Length is equal to 16, breadth is equal to 8, height is equal to 4. We can find the volume of the cuboidal room. So volume is equal to length into breadth into height, which is nothing but 16 into 8 into 4, that is 502 meter cube. With this, we come to an end to the unit volume of cuboid and cube. See you again in the next video on some other topic. Till then, keep practicing, improvise yourself, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.